Capricorn, close your eyes for a moment and breathe deeply. Let your soul settle into the truth of what's arriving. Because this isn't just about romance. This isn't the kind of love that comes and goes. This isn't temporary affection. This is not sweet words that fade when tested. No, what's coming is so much greater, so much deeper, and so divinely designed that it will realign everything you thought love was supposed to be. This is a divine appointment, a sacred meeting between two souls who have both been prepared, refined, and positioned by time, pain, growth, and God's will. Capricorn, you have carried yourself through long seasons of silence. You have walked through valleys where no hand reached back for you. You have built homes inside your own heart because nobody built one for you. And yet, you kept going. You kept rising. You kept believing. You didn't give up, even when it felt like the whole world had forgotten about your quiet sacrifices. And now, God is remembering you through someone else's arms. This person coming into your life, they are not just a partner, they are a harvest. They are the answer to the whispers you've cried into your pillow at night, the private hopes you never dared speak aloud, the dreams you buried beneath responsibility and self-protection. They are coming with wealth. Yes, but not just the wealth of coins. It's the wealth of capacity, emotional capacity, spiritual capacity, financial capacity, the capacity to see your vision, honor your boundaries, pour into your well, and still have more left to give. They are not coming empty-handed, and neither are you. And maybe, just maybe, you've always known this type of love was possible, even when everyone around you settled for less. You never wanted a love that only touched your body. You wanted a love that moved mountains, broke chains, and opened doors. And now, it's on its way. Capricorn, someone somewhere, is building something beautiful with you in mind. They're preparing not just to meet you, but to relocate you, to move you away from struggle, from survival, from being the one who always has to figure everything out alone. This is not just romance. This is relocation, in the deepest sense. God is using love to elevate you, to shift you, to position you in a new land, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and every part of you will finally breathe. Because this love won't take from you, it will give. It won't rush you, it will study you, it won't confuse you, it will confirm what your soul already knew, that your love was never too much. It was only waiting for someone who was ready enough to handle it. So before we go any further, I want you to plant your faith. Type in the comments, "I'm ready for divine love." Write it, say it, declare it, because heaven moves when we agree with its timing. And stay with me until the very end, Capricorn, because what I'm about to reveal is more than just a message, it's your map. You'll understand why your heart has felt so heavy lately. You'll understand why certain things had to fall apart. You'll finally understand why love didn't work out before. And most of all, you'll feel it in your bones, that this time, love won't just elevate your emotions, it will elevate your entire life. The prayer you whispered in silence. Capricorn, you've always been the one others lean on, the one who keeps things together, the one who doesn't fall apart, even when everything around you is falling apart. People see your strength, your discipline, your focus, but they don't always see the quiet ache behind it. Because deep inside, you've been carrying a silent prayer, a quiet cry that says, "God, I'm tired of carrying it all by myself. I'm ready for someone who won't just love me, but lift me." You've prayed for a love that doesn't add more weight, but helps carry the load. A connection that feels like coming home. A person who doesn't just want your body or your time, but understands your soul. Someone who knows what it means to protect, provide, and pour. Not because you're weak, but because even the strongest need somewhere to rest. And now, heaven has heard that whisper. The one you thought was too soft to matter. The one you only spoke in the stillness of your heart, after a long day, when the lights were off and no one was watching. That prayer is about to become a person. God is sending someone who carries substance, not just charm. Someone who doesn't just say the right words, but takes the right actions. This soulmate was also shaped through their own seasons of struggle. They know what it feels like to be alone, to carry burdens, to keep going when life gets heavy. And because of that, they'll see you. They'll recognize the quiet strength in you. They'll understand your silence, your pauses, your need to be understood without having to explain everything. But this is not someone who is just spiritually deep. They are abundant in every sense of the word. Yes, they are financially wealthy. They've built something or inherited something or been blessed with something. But what sets them apart is how they carry that wealth. They don't see it as power, they see it as purpose. They want to build, protect, support. They're not looking to control, they're looking to co-create. Their wealth is not loud or boastful. It's calm, it's intentional, it's deeply rooted in values. This is someone who is already thinking generationally, and when they see you, they'll realize you're the missing piece in the life they've been preparing. Their richness extends far beyond bank accounts. They're rich in emotional maturity. They don't run from deep conversations. They're rich in spiritual alignment. They know how to seek divine direction before making moves. They're rich in patience. They won't rush your healing, your growth, or your boundaries. They're rich in vision. They see further than the moment, and they'll include you in their future. This person won't come to rescue you, because God knows you're not broken. You've never needed rescuing. You've needed recognition, and that's what this person brings. They are a response to your quietest requests, a living, breathing answer to your deepest need. They will not treat your love like it's too much. They will see your strength, your loyalty, your discipline, and call it beautiful. They will respect the weight you carry and offer to carry some of it with you. Capricorn, the prayer you thought no one heard was always echoing in heaven. And now, heaven is answering back. Stay open, stay grounded, because your soulmate is closer than you think. And when they arrive, it will feel like the universe finally exhaled. When relocation means release. Capricorn, sometimes growth feels like being pushed out of the very place you once called home. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That uncomfortable stirring deep inside, that quiet disconnection from the spaces that used to bring you comfort. The routines, the people, the rhythm of your days, they no longer fit who you're becoming. That's not a coincidence. It's a spiritual signal. Because the life you've been living, as safe as it's been, as familiar as it may feel, has grown too small for your spirit. You've outgrown the emotional ceilings. You've matured past the environments that once challenged you. Now they just confine you. And this love that's coming, it's not here to keep you planted where you've always been. It's here to move you. Physically, yes. For many of you, that may mean a new home, a new city, or even a new country. But this relocation goes beyond geography. It's an emotional shift, a spiritual release. This person, this rich soulmate God is sending, is not arriving to pull you into their world just for comfort. They are being sent to free you from a version of life that no longer reflects who you truly are. They are part of your release. They are part of your rescue from stagnation. This move might feel sudden. It might come as a whisper in your spirit, a gut feeling that you can't ignore. Or maybe it starts with a conversation, a divine opportunity, or a message that changes the way you see everything. Suddenly, the place you were trying to fix won't feel worth fixing anymore. The person you were trying to wait for will no longer match your future. The job you once prayed to get will feel too tight for your calling. And just like that, you'll feel it, that this new love isn't just offering you affection, it's offering you alignment. They'll create space for you to breathe again, not just in the physical, but in the soul. They'll see the parts of you that never had room to grow, and they'll make space for them. You won't have to shrink to fit. You'll be encouraged to expand. And when that happens, your view of life will stretch. Your standards will rise. Your goals will shift from survive this season to build the next legacy. This soulmate will become more than just a partner. They will become a turning point. They are not here to force you to leave what's familiar, but their presence will make it clear that you were never meant to stay. They are the key you didn't know you were missing. The one that unlocks a door you've been standing in front of for far too long. And when that door opens, you won't be afraid to walk through it. Because this time, you won't be walking alone. You'll be stepping into a new life. A life where your peace is prioritized. A life where your gifts are used fully. A life where you're not carrying everyone else, but finally being carried. Capricorn, this love will relocate you. But not as a punishment, not as a disruption. It's a release, a reward, a divine invitation to the next level of your purpose. Stay open to the shifts, because this isn't just a change of scenery. It's the beginning of your true becoming. They will create a safe haven for you. Capricorn, you've been strong for so long that safety became something you created for others, not something you received. You were the one who stayed up late to make sure things didn't fall apart. The one who held the roof together when storms came. You've been the one people ran to, but rarely the one someone protected. You've built walls, not because you wanted to be cold, but because you didn't feel safe enough to be soft. But this time, it's different. This love that's coming, it's not a test, it's not another burden, it's not a cycle, it's a shelter. This person won't be intimidated by your strength. They'll respect it. They won't flinch at your wounds. They'll honor them. They'll see the parts of you that are still healing, the places where you've patched yourself up just to keep going, and instead of avoiding them, they'll sit beside them. They won't ask, "Why are you like this?" They'll ask, "How can I help you feel safe again?" And their actions will speak louder than any promise. Their home, whether it's a physical place or the way they hold you in silence, will feel like something you've never had before. Peaceful. They'll build it slowly, patiently, without rushing you. They won't just want to be in your life, they'll want to strengthen it. They'll make plans that include your comfort. They'll make decisions that include your voice. They'll bring their resources, their money, their wisdom, their connections, and ask, how can this support what you've been carrying on your own? You won't have to convince them that your dreams are worth it. They'll already believe in them. You won't have to shrink to make room. They'll expand their life to hold space for you. And for the first time in a long time, you'll breathe, because you'll feel what you haven't felt in years. The safety to just be. No performing, no pretending, no proving, just peace. And the kind of support that's not loud or flashy, but deeply stable, strong, unshakable. They'll make sure you know you're not alone anymore. Their wealth will never be used as a weapon. It will be a covering. Not to impress, but to protect. Not to control, but to create comfort. You've always had to hustle for love, Capricorn. Always had to do more, give more, prove your worth. But this love will make rest feel like a reward, not a risk. You'll feel it in the little things. The way they listen, the way they show up without being asked, the way they quietly handle what would have stressed you out, the way they make your well-being their responsibility, not just your own. And you'll realize something sacred. You were never asking for too much. You were just waiting for someone who saw your heart as a home worth protecting. This is that someone. And when they enter your life, they won't just give you love. They'll give you space to grow. They won't just walk into your world, they'll help you build the world you've always dreamed of. Capricorn, you're not losing your independence by letting someone in. You're gaining a partner who honors your power and adds their own to it. Because this love builds, this love heals, this love is safe. The cosmic timing of this union. Capricorn, you've asked yourself more than once, why hasn't love worked out for me yet? You've watched others settle into relationships. You've seen people fall in love quickly, build lives, start families, and yet, your path has felt slower, lonelier, heavier, and at times, unfair. But what you didn't know is that God was protecting your heart while He was preparing your harvest. If this soulmate had come during your earlier seasons, you may not have seen them clearly. You might have mistaken their peace for boredom. You might have thought their stillness meant they lacked passion. Or maybe, you would have pushed them away, not because they weren't right for you, but because you weren't ready to be seen that deeply. You were still healing. still carrying the wounds of being overlooked, still trying to make yourself small enough to be loved by people who didn't deserve access to you. But that was a different version of you. Now, something in you has shifted. You're no longer begging for breadcrumbs. You're no longer drawn to chaos. You don't want a love that burns fast and dies quickly. You want something steady, something real, something that aligns with the person you fought hard to become. And because of that growth, this love can finally arrive. Because now, your heart is strong enough to hold it. Now, you won't question if you're worthy of this blessing. Now, you won't sabotage it with fear. Now, you're ready to receive without guilt, love without fear, and trust without constantly looking for the exit door. This soulmate has been walking their own path too. And just like you, they've faced disappointments. They've loved people who couldn't hold their depth. They've been hurt by people who only saw their surface. But all this time, God was synchronizing your timelines. He was aligning your growth with theirs. He was shaping your character and healing your hearts, so that when the time came, neither of you would confuse divine love with temporary attraction. This is not late. This is right on time. You're meeting at the moment when both of you are most capable of building something holy, something that won't fall apart at the first storm, something that will last. This is why the others didn't work out. This is why the delays happened. Not because love was avoiding you, but because heaven was preparing you. Capricorn, your patience was never wasted. Your waiting wasn't empty, it was sacred. Because what's coming is not just about compatibility, it's about destiny. And destiny doesn't rush, it waits until the soil is ready, and now it is. So don't question the timing, don't doubt the process, just know that everything is falling into place. Right, on time. The tests before the blessing. Capricorn, just before the door opens, the enemy tries to distract you. Just before the real thing arrives, a counterfeit often shows up. This is not meant to scare you, it's meant to prepare you. Because when you are this close to receiving what you prayed for, when the blessing is this near, there will always be a final test. And that test won't come as a storm, it will come as a person. Someone will walk into your life pretending to be everything you asked God for. They might have the charm, they might say the right words, they might mirror your desires. They may even arrive right when you're most vulnerable. When you're tired of waiting, when you're craving connection, when you just want to feel seen. But here's what you must remember. Not everything that looks good is sent from heaven. This test will be subtle. You'll want to believe it's real. But if you listen closely, not with your ears, but with your spirit, you'll know. Because the person pretending will stir your anxiety, not your peace. They'll move fast but feel shallow. They'll ask for access but won't carry intention. They'll imitate the fruit but lack the root. They'll try to fit in the space that was only designed for your true soulmate. Capricorn, your body will know. You'll feel tension in your chest. You'll feel drained after spending time with them. You'll start doubting yourself again, questioning your worth again, feeling like you're being pulled back into an old version of yourself. That's your sign, because the one God is sending, they'll do the opposite. They'll make your nervous system exhale. They'll bring silence to the noise. They'll show up steady, intentional. They'll offer presence, not pressure. They won't come to fix you, but to partner with you. And when you meet them, there will be no confusion, no chasing, no drama, only peace. Only clarity, only alignment. But before they come, you must pass the final test. The test to choose what's right over what's familiar. The test to say no to the kind of love that left you exhausted, even if it looks similar on the surface. The test to wait just a little longer, even when your heart wants to settle. Because when you say no to the counterfeit, you say yes to the real thing. And the real one? They won't just arrive with promises. They'll arrive with proof. You'll see it in the way they protect your energy. You'll feel it in how they speak life into your dreams. You'll know it when they pray with you before making big decisions. This is why you must stay grounded. Don't go back to what broke you. Don't shrink to fit into places you've already outgrown. Don't accept confusion when God promised you clarity. The right one won't trigger your trauma. They'll help you heal it. They won't compete with your future. They'll build it with you. And when they enter your life, the peace will be so loud, your fears will go silent. Capricorn, you are too close to settle now. Pass the test. Because the blessing you've been waiting for is just ahead. The signs you're about to meet them. Capricorn, your spirit always knows before your mind understands. And right now, there are quiet changes happening in your life. Small signs, gentle shifts. That may not make sense yet, but they are not random. They are signals, clues, warnings and promises, wrapped into daily moments. They are signs that something big is coming, something sacred, and that sacred thing is them. The soulmate that heaven is sending, the one who will transform your path and relocate your peace, is already moving toward you. But before they arrive, the universe will begin preparing your soul to receive them. And it all begins with one feeling: discomfort. You'll start to feel unsettled in your environment. What once felt familiar will now feel tight. Conversations that once gave you joy will begin to feel hollow. Places that used to bring comfort may now feel like cages. That's not your imagination. That's your spirit shifting ahead of your situation. Then the thoughts will come. Out of nowhere, you'll begin thinking about new places, new beginnings, new chapters. You might find yourself researching new cities, looking at flights, daydreaming about change. Even if you're not making any actual plans, the thoughts will show up uninvited, and they won't leave. This is your inner compass realigning. You may also start meeting people who speak directly into your future. Strangers, mentors, or even unexpected conversations will begin confirming things you've only thought about in private. Their words will carry light, and it'll feel like they're speaking from the place you're about to go. And then, the doors will start to close. Not all at once, but enough for you to notice. A friendship might suddenly fade. A job may begin to feel unstable. A relationship you were holding on to may come to an end. Not in anger, but in peace. These closures are not punishments. They are preparations. God is clearing space. He is removing what will not serve you in the next chapter. So that when this divine person enters your life, they meet the real you, not the version still tangled in the past. You'll feel it too, something pulling you, like a quiet force guiding you forward. You won't know exactly where you're going, but you'll know you can't stay where you are. This invisible pull will feel like both a longing and a release, like something deep within you saying, "It's time." You might even find yourself emotionally sensitive, crying without knowing why, feeling tender toward your own heart. That's your soul making space. It's softening the walls you once built to protect yourself, because something beautiful is on the way. And then one day, in the stillness, you'll hear it. Not with your ears, but with your heart. A whisper. Soft, calm, certain. Get ready. You won't need to rush. You won't need to chase. You'll just know the time is near. Capricorn, this isn't just about love. It's about divine timing. And when these signs begin to show up, don't ignore them. Don't fight the shift. Don't resist the pull. Because your new life and your rich soulmate are closer than you think. And when they arrive, everything will make sense. Why God trusted you with this kind of love. Capricorn, this kind of love isn't random. This kind of blessing doesn't fall in just anyone's lap. It's not given because of charm or beauty or good timing. It's given because of depth, because of faith, because of the kind of strength that no one sees, but heaven never forgets. God is trusting you with this rich soulmate, not because your path was easy, but because you kept walking it even when it was hard. You stayed faithful when you were overlooked. You kept showing up for others when no one showed up for you. You gave from your empty cup. You encouraged people through your own storms. You carried weight that didn't belong to you just to protect the ones you loved. You poured your time, your heart, your energy into others, not because you had to, but because it's who you are. And God saw it all. He saw you praying in silence. He saw you wiping your own tears before helping someone else heal. He saw the nights you stayed strong on the outside while your inside was falling apart. And because you stayed true to your purpose, even when your heart was tired, because you didn't turn bitter, even when life was unfair, because you stayed kind, even when you had every reason to shut down, God said, you are ready. Ready for a love that doesn't break you down, but builds you up. Ready for a partner who doesn't drain your energy, but restores it. Ready for someone who sees your worth immediately, without needing to be convinced, without needing to be begged, without needing to be reminded. This rich soulmate isn't just coming to give you love. They're coming to return all the love you've given in the past with no return. And not just in words, in action. They will invest in your dreams the same way you've invested in other people's. They will support your vision the way you've supported others who barely noticed your help. They will protect the sacred parts of you, the parts you've had to hide, the parts you've guarded, the parts you've buried under strength and responsibility. This love will not feel like a reward for being perfect. It will feel like confirmation that your spirit has been seen, your sacrifice has been recorded, and your season of being the only one giving is finally over. Capricorn, this is not payback. It's not a favor. It's not luck. This is divine promotion. You were faithful in lack. Now you are trusted with abundance. You stayed soft in hard times. Now you are trusted with a heart that knows how to hold you. You remained loyal to your journey. Now you are being sent someone who is loyal to you. This isn't just about romance. It's about restoration. It's about God saying, you've done enough building for others. Now let someone build you. And this person, they're coming with strong hands, a steady soul, and a heart that sees your light, even in the shadows. Because God never forgot how you kept showing up, even when no one was showing up for you. When love looks like destiny. Capricorn, there is a kind of love that doesn't make noise when it arrives. It doesn't rush in, it doesn't demand your attention, but the moment it steps into your life, everything shifts, and not because it's loud, but because it's aligned. When this person walks in, you won't feel confusion, you won't feel fear. You won't feel like you need to perform or explain yourself. Instead, you'll feel something strange but powerful, familiarity. It'll be as if you've known them before, as if your spirit has been waiting for them your whole life, and now, finally, they've shown up. You won't second guess them, not because they're perfect, but because they'll bring peace that doesn't need explanation. You'll feel calm around them, safe, and for the first time in a long time, you'll begin to soften. You'll open up in ways you didn't know you still could. Walls you didn't even realize were still standing will begin to crumble, not because they break them down, but because they love you past them. This person will not interrupt your vision. They will slide right into it. Without force, without pressure. They'll hear your dreams, and not just nod politely, they'll get excited with you. They'll ask, how can I help bring this to life? And they'll mean it. Suddenly, you'll start thinking about the future again, not in fear, not with hesitation, but with hope. You'll catch yourself dreaming out loud again. You'll wake up feeling purpose again. And when you look at them, you'll realize this is the kind of love that feels like home, not because it's familiar in a painful way, but because it finally feels safe enough to build within. This person won't be intimidated by your ambition. They won't feel small in your light. They'll want to grow beside you, rise with you, carry some of the weight you've been lifting alone for far too long. And they'll do it quietly, naturally, lovingly. Capricorn, this love will feel so right that it will scare you, not because it's wrong, but because your soul will know, this is it. This love won't need to be chased, it won't need to be fixed, it won't need to be explained. It will feel predestined. You'll both feel like puzzle pieces that finally found each other, not because you complete each other, but because you complement one another. This love won't erase your independence. It will amplify your strength. They'll see your calling and not be afraid of it. They'll honor your purpose, speak life into it, and ask where they can help carry it. And when you stand beside them, you'll feel taller. Not because they lift you, but because they stand with you. This is not an accident. This love was written long before you ever cried out for it. It was crafted in silence, formed in spirit, protected by divine hands until you were both ready. And when it finally appears in your life, your soul will whisper something you've waited a long time to hear. This is what I've been waiting for. Not a fantasy, not a placeholder, but the real thing. The love that aligns with destiny. The relocation isn't just physical. Capricorn, this shift in your life isn't just about changing cities or moving into a new home. It's much deeper than that. God is relocating who you are, not just where you are. He's changing how you see yourself. No longer the one who just survives, but the one who thrives. No longer the one who carries everyone else, but the one who is finally carried. This rich soulmate isn't just bringing a change in scenery, they're bringing a change in season. You're entering a chapter where love feels light, where help is given freely, where joy finds you without struggle. You've already proven your strength. You've waited with patience. You've worked through the pain. Now it's your time. It's time to step into ease, into peace, into alignment. Capricorn, this relocation is not a disruption. It's your release. And it's here. The door is opening now. Capricorn, you didn't stumble on this message by accident. God is shifting everything, your heart, your path, your environment, because your blessing is close. The rich soulmate, the relocation, the love that heals and builds, it's all part of a divine plan. You've waited, you've grown, you've endured. Now the door is opening. Walk through it with faith, with peace, and with the knowing that this time, love will elevate and relocate you. If this spoke to your spirit, type "I'm ready to walk through the door" in the comments and get ready for what's next. Your season has arrived.